I don't know why that was happening, but whatever. We got it working finally. Now it's working. Now it's working. Ah, fun stuff. Fun stuff. Always technical difficulties. Always technical difficulties. How's it going? Are you excited? I'm excited. I'm yawning. I'm excited. Is that selling it? Is that selling it? Whoop whoop. Ileana, hello. You crazy, crazy person. You and Daniel. You guys are crazy. It's super late there. Look who's here. That's right. You all are crazy. I think, too, I can send out. It's the one and only Justin Fife. Yeah, that's right. That's right. There are none others, except for the guy that took my username from TikTok. But we won't talk about that guy. Thank you for the heart. Oh, and the other heart. Just the normal amount of crazy. Mother! Daniel Georgiev in the house. Hello, hello. Chef Sugar, hello. Good to see you again. Good to see you again. Got a good story tonight. Y'all showed up for a good one. You're in luck. Tonight's story is good. Well, hello. Hello, hello, hello. All the people's joining. We're just going to hang out for a second. How was y'all's day? How was y'all's day? M sent me here. Well, that's good. Well, good to see you. Thank you, M. We're reading M's, well, not the book, but we're reading chapter 2 of her book. Yay! Glad to catch a Whiskey Wednesday. Well, I'm glad you're here to catch it. They are so much fun. How is lore recording going? I am swamped with Matt's magic of things to do. We are starting lore either tomorrow or Saturday. So we have not officially started it yet. So you're in luck. It's okay that you've been busy. That's going to be a good one, too. Dark Fantasy. It's Justin 456. That's right. That's right, Alicia. Hello. Good to see you again. That is right. Let's see if today is going to be a whiskey or something else today. No, I was I was actually talking to Kim earlier, who's the one that particularly delights in me drinking stuff that's gross. Unfortunately, I mean, it could be gross. It could be gross, but we're going back to the name of whiskey, and we're drinking a whiskey today. So we're sampling a whiskey I have not had, but so it could be foul, but I'm going to lean towards it's probably not. Thank you for the heart, and the other heart. Now they're all coming in. Now they're all coming in, and M for the heart too, and Nick, and Ophelia. How's it going? I saw you earlier today too. I think you were hanging around in M's chat. Did you see Maria will be live Saturday? Fantastic. She's the one with the original heart dance thing. That's right. That's where we all got it from. That Kim torturing you with random vodka. Yeah, it's not my cup of tea, if you will. I guess I like it in things. I just don't like it by itself. It's not a me thing. Yeah, I was love supporting M. She is a queen. Hey, absolutely. Absolutely. Cup of whiskey. Yeah, cup of tea, cup of whiskey. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And the only reason I grabbed the vodka in the first place is because I wasn't paying attention, and I have it's all these sampler things, right? They look like this that I got quite a long time ago, but alcohol doesn't go bad, right? And they've just been sitting on a shelf, like in the back of like this cabinet, collecting dust, as it were. And I'm like, I do a thing called Whiskey Wednesday. I should just drink these, because they're all like samples of different things. So I wasn't even looking at it, I just grabbed one, and it happened to be a vodka taster. Ugh. I have some other special ones in there too that aren't whiskey, so you know. There'll be more interesting ones, I'm sure. The high class drink. Yes, yes. Low, high level drinking. Yeah, yeah. Not really with me. Not really with me. Oh, thank for what is that? Sparks? It looks like a big piece of cake to me. Thank you for the cake. Put vanilla beans in them. And the vodka? Isn't that kind of like the first step for like what is it called? Kahlua. Isn't it like the first step for like Kahlua? VCP. Yeah, oh yeah, that's what it was. I can't say it right. But that one, Daniel. That thing that you typed. That thing. It's gross. That's how you make vanilla. Oh, vanilla extract. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Amara Bliss, thank you for the heart. Hello. Good to see you. Good to see you. Megan Russ is in the house. Hello, Megan. I know there are vodka with taste of apple and a few other flavors. Oh, yeah, like the flavored vodkas, yeah. Those might not be too bad because they have like something to distract from the flavor I might not like, you know. Thank you for the heart. Kim! We were just talking about how you were going to be disappointed because it's not going to be vodka again tonight. They were asking. Um, yeah. More vodka! Why did it filter that out? Oh, see, even TikTok's like, no, no more vodka, Kim. It's filtering it. And thanks for who sent the heart? Somebody sent a heart. Kim did. Thank you. Popular. I'm excited. Saturday. Awesome. Yeah, I've been with Maria. We did. It was earlier this week. Yeah. No, last week. It was last week. We did an audition for a duet. So I don't know if we'll get it because it's like they still haven't chosen anyone. So we'll see. But cross my fingers. We'll see. It's a hockey romance. Howdy. Now I have to clip that now. I finally caught one while it was happening. Okay, fine. You can have Jack Daniels or something like that. Ugh. I'm not a fan of Jack Daniels. There's something in the like the after like flavor that's, and I don't particularly like. That was glorious. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Like the honey one is okay. I actually don't mind the honey one. And if I'm going to drink Jack Daniels, it's probably going to be Gentleman Jack. Because that one's like, out of them, that's the one that tastes the best to me. Out of your standard Jacks. But Jameson, I love Jameson. Like honey and fire. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm in on all that. We used to do picklebacks quite a bit. At this bar that was next to my house. Hubby likes normal and gentleman. Can't do the normal. Gentleman, I can like, you know, or after like 3 of them, I don't care anymore. But, you know. Green Apple Crown is fantastic, Ophelia. I will agree with you there. I like Crown kind of in general, but the Green Apple is good stuff. Those darn Canadians, they make some good stuff. Howdy! Thank you for the mustache. When I'm not too familiar with most alcohol and what? No, it scrolled. And it's hilarious when I see things like honey and fire. Yeah, yeah. It's a good descriptor. It's basically like that. First time hearing for the Crown one. Yeah. I believe it's out of Canada. The Canadian component, when I was in the military, we had like a thank you for the heart there. Abigail, good to see you again. And the cone. I missed a cone. Thank you, Chef Sugar. When I was in the military, we had a Canadian component that was with us as our, allied forces or whatever. But they had a holiday drink that they called moose milk. And it's a secretly guarded recipe, but I know there's ice cream in it and a ton of booze. But it's so good. So good. So you drank while on planes? No. Absolutely not. Prohibited. This would be after we flew on the planes. Yeah. or you weren't flying planes that day. Just in for the points. All right. All right. Fair enough. Ice cream and booze, you have my full attention. Oh, it was good. It had like a little bit of like, they said the secret to it was the little bit of nutmeg on the top. So you'd pour yourself a glass of the moose milk, and then you have a little bit of nutmeg. That's the official hand action. Nutmeg on the top. It was delicious. It was delicious. But you could have one because it was dangerous. I don't know what was in it. I'm pretty sure everything was in it. And it was a Canadian tradition. So it was good. I think it had some kind of whiskey or bourbon in it. But yeah, like vanilla ice cream and deliciousness. I don't know. It was good. It was good. It was good. Would they tell me the recipe? No. Of course not. Darn Canadians. Darn Canadians. All right. Well, I think didn't even notice it was your book. Yes, it is Emily's book, which is what we're about to talk about tonight. So if you notice the commands up top, if you type in !book and !author, it'll tell you a little bit about the author, a little bit about the book, and more importantly, if you like the book, where you can pick up a copy, because that's cool, right? Now you know where you can purchase said thing that I am going to cliffhang you on. You're welcome. You're welcome. So this one is Under the Same Night Sky. It's the first book in the in her series. So if you like this one, you're gonna love the second one because it's in the series of the Bear Creek series. So you're gonna get more than one with this one. More enjoyment out of it. It doesn't just stop here. It goes on for a whole another book, maybe a couple more. I don't know. How many are in your series? I forgot to ask. I'm staying, but still at work, so I'm unable to talk a lot. Okay, no problem. Have we go. No problem. That's cool that you can listen while you're at work, though. But yes, it is a contemporary romance written by our very own Emily Torres here in chat. So if you have any questions like how did you come up with this amazing idea for the story, you can ask. 3 full ones and a couple of novellas, probably. Ooh, very cool. Are you going to do like novellas in between or just like in addition to when you're done? Like when the whole series? Why did the command work for Ileana and not for me? Oh, we forgot to tell you. Yeah, we took away your access and we gave it all to her. Yeah. Sorry. Just kidding. I have no idea why. I have no idea why. Not sure. We shall see. Okay. All right. Keeping your options open. I like that. I am special. Yes, exactly. In other words, he has no idea. Yeah, exactly, Kim. Yeah. How did you know? It's like you're used to my bull crapping, huh? All right, let's get into this, shall we? Okay. I'm sure I'm not going to run into that. Test. Test. Cool. Level. Test. Okay, cool. I changed some stuff around recently, so just making sure it was still like within range. It's not going to be like super quiet or super loud or something. All right, here we go. And we're going to start actually on chapter 2 because this is it's third person, but it's the point of view chapter for the main male character. So that's why we're going to start 2 chapters in. Although I still think it's a good starting place, as you will see. Let's get the burpy burps out. All right. Here we go. Chapter 2. Sheriff Cole Preston sat back with his boots up on his desk, reading a paperback Agatha Christie. Beyond the dim light of his desk lamp, he could see one fluorescent overhead he'd left on in the bullpen, just in case anyone came knocking on the front door of the station. Frank would be coming to take the night shift in just a little bit. As far as Thursday nights in Bear Creek, this one was pretty typical. The phone rang just before 9 p.m., startling the 75-pound German Shepherd, sleeping on the oversized dog bed next to the desk. "It's just the phone, Bronson. Go back to sleep." His companion woofed in response, flopping his huge head back down, and continued snoring. "Sheriff's office," Cole answered. They didn't really have a dispatcher, unless you count Linda, who worked the front desk part-time on weekdays. "Hey, Cole, it's Marv. I think there's some kids down in my pond again. I just don't want to be liable when one of them drowns or something." "Hi, Marv. I'll go take care of it. But listen, don't go down there with your shotgun. Let me handle it." I wouldn't do that." "Uh-huh. So, last summer was just a fluke?" "Aw, come on, that was just a warning shot. I wasn't gonna hurt nobody." "I know, but we can't afford another incident like that. So, you just wait and let me take care of it. Promise?" "Of course, Sheriff, absolutely." And he clicked off. Cole hung up the phone and grabbed his hat off the hook. He holstered his service weapon, which had been in the drawer, and picked up his keys, which had Bronson sitting up at attention, his satellite dishes for ears, waiting for the magic words. "Okay, Bron. Come on, let's go," Cole finally said, and the dog marched towards the front door. It was a warm night, a good night for swimming. Maybe not while trespassing on someone else's land, but a good night nonetheless. It took Cole nearly 15 minutes to get out to the Henricks place. They had 40 acres that butted up against the much larger hillside ranch. He knew the pond in question well enough. It was a popular spot when he was in high school. But back then, it was part of a larger parcel owned by a different family, one that didn't mind teenagers sneaking out to the pond at night in the summer months. He turned down a dirt track that really didn't pass for a road. It was so dark that the fireflies looked like glowing orbs through the trees. If you looked straight up, you might have seen the Milky Way if it was the right time of year. As he turned the next corner, his headlights caught a 4-seater ATV parked on the embankment of the pond, and he pulled up behind it, rolling down his windows. When he cut the engine, he could hear laughter drifting up from the pond. Bronson whined in the back seat at the possibility of ear scratches from unsuspecting strangers. "You stay, Bron. I'll be right back." Cole grabbed his flashlight and hopped out of the truck as he clicked on the light, shining it on the water so as not to blind anyone or inadvertently illuminate naked teenage bodies. "Sheriff's office. Did you all know you're trespassing?" "Trespassing? You all know you're trespassing? I'm a sheriff." All right, let's try that again. Please. "Sheriff's office. Did you all know you're trespassing?" Cole hollered down to the water. Halt? Let's try hollered. Cole hollered down to the water. In the glow of the moonlight, he saw 3 female heads whip around and look at him. He moved the beam of his light a little closer and saw exactly who he was dealing with. The Hill sisters. What in the actual fuck? "Cole?" Harper Hill yelled up at him. She looked at her sisters, and they all started cackling. It occurred to him, in that moment, that they were not wearing a stitch of clothing and had probably been drinking. Honestly, grown-ass women. "Yeah, hi, it's me, but you can't be out here. Marv called me and he wants you out." "Yeah, hi, it's me, but you can't be out here. Marv called me and he wants you out." "Well, that might be the case, but it's his land and he doesn't want you on it," Cole explained. Now that Sloane was at least in a towel, he shined his flashlight in her eyes to look at her pupils. "Hey, that's bright, jeez." Sloane swatted. "Jeez." Sloane swatted at the flashlight in a huff. "Sorry, I just need to know if any of you are sober enough to drive this thing home." "I am," said Paisley, as she wrapped a towel around herself. "I only had half a glass of wine before we left the house." "Okay, I'm good with that," he conceded. Before he could complete another thought, he noticed Harper walking out of the water behind her sisters. She, too, was in only her underwear, covering herself up with her arms. Her sandy blonde hair was damp with pond water, and she grinned at him, the smile reaching her olive green eyes. She. Yippee! Thank you for the follow there, Melissa. Yippee indeed. What good timing. Eyes. Eyes. She still had that same tiny mole on her neck just below the hairline. For a moment, he froze. He looked away as Paisley handed her a towel, and she dried off. Memories flooded over him like a tidal wave. The feel of her skin beneath his fingers, the taste of her lips on his own, her perfect penmanship on pale pink stationery that smelled like her perfume. Tucking those letters away in the footlocker of his bunk in the tent he called home, in a desert half a world away. "You can look now, Cole. I'm dressed." Harper laughed, bringing him to the present. "Hey, Har, I didn't know you were in town." His mouth is dry, and the words came out all gravelly. "She moved back," Sloane blurted out, but Cole was still watching Harper's face for... Blurted out, but Cole was still watching Harper's face. For a second, he saw a flash of something. Fear? Shame? He wasn't sure. "Wow, really?" he finally asked, as a knot grew in his stomach, creeping towards his throat. "Yeah, I'm working for Doc in the clinic, or will be. I just got into town today," she said, a little too nonchalantly. "How'd you get Doc to agree to that?" Cole asked, knowing Doc Callahan was way too proud to ask for help. The man would work until his dying breath if anyone let him. "I didn't. My grandpa did." Cole knew she was talking about Pa McIntyre. Janie Hill's father was an old friend of Doc's, but that didn't make it any less shocking. Last he knew, Harper was working as an ED doc in Manhattan, as in New York. He couldn't imagine her slumming it back here at the Bear Creek Clinic. Even the thought made Cole almost laugh out loud. "And you just agreed to do it, to move back, just like that?" Cole asked. Something didn't sit right with him. "Yeah, the timing just worked out." Harper shrugged as she towel-dried her hair. "Sure. Okay, well, welcome back, I guess. You can't be out here. The Dickinsons don't own this land anymore, so it's off limits now," Cole explained, trying to retain a hint of professionalism and his dignity. "Sorry. Geez, I didn't know." Harper rolled her eyes. "Well, you would if you'd been here," Cole barked, a little more forcefully than he meant it. But who did she think she was, waltzing back into his life like this? "Excuse me?" she nearly shrieked. "You left too, you know." Her chest was heaving as she glared at him. "In fact, you left first," she shouted while poking him in the chest. If she was anyone else, Cole would have had her in cuffs on the hood of his truck for assaulting an officer. But this was Harper Hill, the first girl he ever loved, maybe the only one. He took several deep breaths before letting out a sigh. "You're right," he finally said. Harper cocked her head to the side, opening her mouth just a little, then snapping it shut. Her hands were balled into fists at her sides. "Good night, ladies. Get home safe." Cole tipped his hat and then walked back up to his truck and got inside. Bronson was whining in the back seat. He started the engine and the headlights came on. Harper was still standing. Harper's doing something. He started the engine and the headlights came on. Harper was still standing there watching him. Her sisters were looking back and forth at both of them, mouths agape. Before backing out, Cole pulled out his phone and opened the text thread with his sister, sending a single sentence. "You should have told me." Damn right she should have told him. The heck? And there you go. That's it. That's the end. ... 'of chapter 2. 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 ... Do you want to know what happens next? Should we read another chapter? Well, I can't because I don't have it. I'm sorry. Sorry. That's it. What's going on? We need more. We need more. Well, you can get more. If you type in !book at the very end, there's a link to it, and you can pick up a copy there and find out what happens next. There's some drama going on. There's Kim's like, I take back my gifts. And it's filtering it out, and I can't. That's awesome. I take it back. Okay, hold on. Boop, boop, boop. I can do a mass approval. There we go. Google how to unlike a live stream. Link is in the bio too. Oh, well, there you go. Click on M's bio there. It's on all the places, I'm sure. It's on the Zons and the KU too, right? Yep. Gabs, hello. Hello. Your book isn't working? It's not working? It should be. Ileana got it working. Hey, let me close it down, and then I'll pop it back on. So give me just a second. I just closed it. Let me open it again. Maybe it just got stuck or something. Okay, connect to live. Boom, it is connected. Okay, try it again. Author works, but not book. Oh, really? Is there something wrong with book? Oh, you know what? I think I might know why. Did it work this time, Chef Sugar? No, I think I know why. You are welcome, M. You are welcome. Okay, I think I know why. So I tried to separate the link out into its own line of chat, but I think maybe TikTok is filtering out just pure links. So that could be why. For the author, it sends 2 things. That might be right. The author's right. 2 lines. And then the book should be 4 lines. And the last line is by itself as a link. But let me see if actually... Here, let me try. Let me just refresh that action. Now try it. Now try book. If that doesn't work, I can maybe combine the link with a previous sentence and maybe it won't block it. Now it should work, hopefully. I just unqueued it and queued it. There's a whole bunch of book. There it is. Okay, there we go. Looks like it maybe just got stuck or something, but I was thinking maybe it was the link. There we go. It worked. Okay, cool. There's the link I was talking about if you want to pick up a copy. I'm sure you could search for the title too. Now I see it. There you go. Yeah, this was good. I will say though, Em, now I have to pick up a copy because I want to know what happens next. He's just tease us like that. How dare you? Is it bad that I get a particular joy out of cliffhanging people? I don't know. Maybe. I love it though. Yes, yeah. That was a lot. Yeah. Yeah. You would. I know. I do. I do. Now we have to drink because you're the cliffhanger. Exactly. Cliffhanger, and then we drink because we're cliffhung and we're sad that we can't know what's going to happen next, right? Listen, I picked that chapter for a reason. I 100% agree with your choice. I'm just saying, I'm on board. Did you even see my post? Oh, no, you were talking to Gabs. Okay. So I was like, oh, no, what did I do? All right, so we're returning not to the gross vodka. We're returning to whiskey this time. And we're going with a Scotch. That's right. The fatherland of the whiskey. I don't know if that's true, but they started a long time ago. I know that. With Tullibardine. And it's their 225 Sauternes Finnish Scotch. It's a single malt whiskey, and it's from the Highlands. I know that. They started back, this particular distillery started back in like 14 something. And the very first purchase of beer ever recorded in Scotland was recorded at their distillery. So they sold beer actually first before they sold their scotch. At least on paper. I'm assuming they were selling it long before then, but I have to drop out. Doggo really demands his walk. Absolutely. Thanks for stopping by, Daniel. Appreciate it. Thanks for listening. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so what's the flavor wheel say that we're going to taste today? They say in the middle, grape. I have never once tasted grape flavor inside of a scotch, so I'm excited. Something tells me I'm not going to taste it still. Then pineapple, orange, vanilla, vanilla cream actually, spicy, okay, lingering sweetness, citrus, lemon, and butter. Butter. It's the last, I don't know if you can see it, but it's like the last thing. Butter. Have any of you bit into a brick of butter just to enjoy the flavor? Me either. Except on Thursdays. Sautern, yeah. I'm assuming you're familiar. Butter, yes, butter is the last thing that we're supposed to taste. What does it smell like? It does smell very sweet. And oddly enough, I get no hints of any kind of citrus or anything. And it's very citrus heavy. Like it said, pineapple, grapes, oranges, lemons, then just plain citrus. And I get no kind of citrus in it. I just kind of sweet. And maybe the spices and the aroma, because it smells like black pepper kind of. Does smell sweet though. All right, here we go. There's no way. Is it in my head now? There's no way I tasted that. Okay, I didn't think so. At first I was like, I do taste grape. No, I didn't. Just, it was in my head. It was like... They put it in my head. It wasn't there. I do get like a little bit of citrus now though. Like an orange peel kind of citrus. It's very sweet. I don't know about vanilla cream, but there's hints of vanilla in there. And I don't get butter, thankfully. Thankfully, no butter. I don't know if I'd like, I don't know, I guess you put butter on things. I just don't know if I'd like a drink that tasted like butter. It doesn't, to me. But it's good. Would I recommend it? Yeah, it's pleasant. It's not like chemically or like Lefroy has that very like rusty nails kind of flavor. It doesn't have that. It's very smooth from the beginning to the end. It's very sweet. There's nothing abrasive about it. It's definitely not vodka. I shall live through you vicariously. What did Kim say? Oh, Kim sent a thing of butter that got filtered out. See, they're on my side, Kim. Does it smell like butter? No, it doesn't smell like butter. No. Well, now, from what I remember, butter. What does butter smell like? Now I'm gonna go grab a stick of butter and smell it later. Be like, oh, maybe it did. But does butter have a smell? If it's rancid butter, it does. Our whiskey tastes like rancid butter. Why have sales gone down? Oh. I shall live through you vicariously. But can you taste the butter? No, I did not taste the butter. It does have a smell. Butter has a smell. All right. Okay. Now I gotta go smell butter. My family's gonna be like, what are you doing? I'm like, butter has a smell. Did you know that? No, you do. Fresh butter does taste good on fresh bread. I will give you that. I have made butter exactly 3 times. One was just to see if I could do it. 2, was kind of also to see if I could do it, but I wanted to make like an herby butter, and that was pretty good. And then the third time I made it to put on top of a steak so that it could like sit there like a compound butter, and oh, it was good. But we did have some of the herby butter on some fresh sourdough bread that I made back, during the time of lockup when everybody was doing sourdough. I was also doing sourdough. I named all my starters, so I think my best one was Bread Pit. It was like the most flavorful without being as like super like pungent. Like it never got to the point where it was like super hungry and I was like trying to feed the crap out of it. It always like stayed pretty mellow. And then I put it in the refrigerator and I was able to like bring it back. So that one was a good one. But yeah, you got to name them. During the time of sourdough. That's right. During the lockdown where everyone was required to make sourdough bread. I was getting pretty good at it too. I was getting pretty good at it. Just like water has a taste. I'll fight people on this. Okay. I mean, I will say that different water does taste different than other waters, but I've never like tasted a water and went like, this is more watery than water. Like I've never had that reaction, but I have had like, oh, this one tastes different, like a Dasani versus out of my pool or something. During the time of sourdough. That's killing me. Yep. I had a Doe Lewis, Bread Pit. I had another one too. It didn't turn out very well. It's probably why I don't remember it. Like the name that I had for it. But yeah. Yep. It looks like our government, Australia, is getting ready to lock us down again. Really? A round two? I've got a killer sourdough starter recipe for you though, Kim. Just saying. Lemons, lemonade. Totally agree with you. Some waters are so earthy or mossy and yuck. Yeah, there's like differences in flavors. I'll give you that. Yeah, for sure. For reals? Yeah. Yeah, for real. Yeah, I don't know why. Fuel? Oh, so you can't. There's not enough fuel, so they're telling everybody to stay home? Not to drive your cars? Time to get an electric bike. I don't know. Do you have Teslas in Australia? I don't know. What do you do? Like fuel? Or they don't even want the fuel like for like running businesses and stuff? That's odd. Oh yeah, the war. Yikes. They started talk last night about limiting transport, only taking public transport. Okay. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Don't threaten me with a good time staying home. I know, right? Only taking what we need. Okay, gotcha. I guess. Yeah, because I guess it would be a different scenario for like the country of Australia. Because I'm assuming that most of the gasoline you're importing, right? I don't know if there's any like big rigs outside of Australia, or if you have the fossil fuel there. I'm not sure. Don't know enough about your manufacturing and all that kind of stuff. Nothing like bogging down city transport. Yeah. Yeah. But it's okay. Continue as you are for Easter after everyone has canceled Easter plans. Oh, what? That's some crap, dude. That's, really? That sucks. I'm sorry. Oh, it just reminded me. I'm going to go out of town this weekend for Easter. We won't be doing an audiobook this Saturday because I'll be gone. So after I come back, I'd be peeved too, Alicia. That's crap. That's crap. Let's go up there to your government and be like, look, not acceptable. As I do my terrible switch into English, Australian accent. So we import, but Australia can use its own oil and refine it. We just don't. Oh, so you're like us. Yeah. We have huge, massive oil fields, and we don't use it. We just buy everybody else's. Yeah. Why use your own and make it cheaper when you can use somebody else's? Stupid. Can we try that here too? Chef Sugar's asking for it. It's like, no, me. Do it over here. I don't want to go anywhere. Let's just stay home. I will say, I really didn't mind the lockdown either, to be honest. Like I work from home though, so like, and at the time, like I was doing like half in the office and half at home, and then the lockdown happened, and I was stuck all 100% from home, and then I was getting a little stir crazy. But then, like, I had to talk to the family members and be like, okay, while I'm home, I'm actually still working, so you can't just come in my office in the middle of a meeting and start vacuuming the floor. Like, let's not do that. Okay, all right, cool. But after that little molehill, and a lock on my office door, we don't have that problem anymore, so it's okay now. But and then after that, there was this huge epiphany that the company had that I've been actually saying for years, which is if you just let the people that can actually do IT work from home, you don't have to pay for the office space. So you can save all that electricity and all the bills that would incur of having an office space. And all of a sudden, after lockdown, they figured out, wow, that was so much cheaper. Who would have thought? So now we all work from home anyways. But, you know. Begging for it. Yippee! Thank you for following whoever that was. That's my song. Perfect. Put in your ears and everyone else. Put your ears in and everyone listen to... What? Maria? I missed something. I enjoyed it for the most part. Yeah. I think the fact that we can all see a lockdown that could be fixed is annoying a lot of people. Yeah. We were essential as educators, so we were blessed to be able to shift to it. Yeah, that's for sure. I'm a dog groomer, so last time I was essential. I could see that. You know? Dogs still need to take a bath and, get the trims. But depends for this time if I get considered as essential. Oh, so they have like a... Ooh, that's not good. That would suck. Because then that puts you out of your livelihood. Well, what are they going to do? Nothing. They're like, well, sucks to be you. Governments. They're great, aren't they? Yeah, what are you supposed to do? You got to make a living still. That doesn't seem right. I need to jump out. Catch y'all later. Well, thank you for stopping by there, Alicia. Appreciate you. Because I live longer distance now. Oh, okay. So the distance would have a factor in that. Huh. Love them. Dog groomers? 40 minutes drive each way. Wow, okay. That is quite a distance. That's a distance. I mean, like to get to work. That's a pretty good drive. That's a good commute. That's a pretty good commute. I mean, like here to like Southern California that we're driving to this weekend is like an 8-hour drive, but that's different. That's not to work. That's not every day. Yippee! Thank Mrs. G. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Last lockdown, I was 15 minutes each way. Oh, wow. That's more than double the time. That sucks. Governments, I love them. Oh, yeah, they're the best. Yeah, Nick. I love them too if they're listening. They are really great. Especially the NSA. They are my favorite. You know what I mean. All right, so next Whiskey Wednesday. Again, if you type in !book, you can learn a little bit about the book that we read tonight, the chapter that we read tonight from the book Under the Same Night Sky by Emily Torres, and you can find the purchase link, more importantly. Next Whiskey Wednesday is going to be John T. Payne's Galactic Beginnings. It is a science fiction novel. So that should be interesting, and that'll be on 4/8, which is next Wednesday, and that'll be the last Wednesday that we're doing a Whiskey Wednesday this month. No, I do come back. So I'll be gone for a week, and then we'll be back on 4/22 to resume the Whiskey Wednesdays. But there'll be a week in there where there's no Whiskey Wednesday because I'll be gone on a trip. But next week will be science fiction. So if that's your jam, then now we'll have something for you next week. Nick, though, right up my alley. Absolutely right up your alley. And do me a favor while you're here, if there's any authors in here, especially M, follow her because she's the one that wrote this amazing chapter 2 that we got to read and cliffhang you on. So if you're angry at her for cliffhanging you, follow her. That's a good way to, get her back. But follow each other if you're authors and writers and narrators. It's a good way to kind of expand your network and make some friends in this cool book talk community. So I think that pretty much does it for tonight, though. I think up on the agenda, maybe tomorrow and maybe Friday, and if not, definitely next Monday when I get back. We'll be doing some audiobook stuff. We'll be doing Lore, written by Megan Russ. Oh my gosh, brain fart. I blame the whiskey. It's that good. The grape fumes went to my head. Yes, so that'll be the plan, and then we'll have a Whiskey Wednesday that week, but then none the following week, and I'll make like a little one of those story things or whatever to let you all know kind of the schedule to keep you up to date on it. So it's Thursday for me, so happy Easter, everyone. Well, happy Easter to you too, Kim, for our time traveling friends down in Australia. All the better writers are in Australia. That's what I say. I'm working on it. It still sucks. I'm sorry, but I do what I can. But yeah, I think that's it. So with that, I'll see y'all next time. Have a great Easter to our Australian friends and to everybody else if I don't talk to you until then. And yeah, talk to you next time. Bye, everybody. Have a great night.